Subscribe to 620 WTMJ.
Kessler's Diamonds.
Breaking news as it happens. Stay up to date with your trusted and relevant source in news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620 WTMJ Milwaukee.
At 6 o'clock, it's 72 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with maybe an isolated shower, a low of 56. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Jessica Gatso. After 6 hours of deliberation, Amandrea Brunner was found not guilty on all counts, including negligent vehicular homicide in the crash that killed 2 Marquette University lacrosse players last year. Milwaukee County Judge David Swanson.
Right. Members of the jury, thank you for your work on this case. You have reached verdicts. I've reviewed those verdicts, and at this time I'm going to read them into the record. For everyone present, the verdicts are not guilty on all 6 counts.
During deliberations, jurors asked the court several questions relating to access to evidence and outside factors. Peter McColgan, who was driving the Jeep with his fellow student athletes when he sped through the yellow light, is also facing charges. He will appear in court in July. Milwaukee could soon see new dockless scooter restrictions following an incident this week on a downtown sidewalk.
Security camera video shows a person riding a scooter on the sidewalk down King Drive when they strike a man identified as Lacage nightclub owner Dave Walls while he walked out of a bar. Jean-Pierre Cherry, who is now charged with felony second-degree reckless injury, told investigators he knew he shouldn't have been on the sidewalk, but that he didn't intend to hit Walls. Alderman Bob Bauman now plans to introduce a file calling for a full review of scooter safety, which could add more restrictions to a program that last year brought in more than $728,000 to city coffers. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
A Thiensville police officer has resigned after shooting a dog. The Ozaukee County Sheriff's Office is investigating after the officer approached 2 pit bulls near Cedarburg Road and Highland Road in Mequon back in April. The officer claimed one dog became aggressive and started moving towards him before he first shot at the ground and then directly at the dog, killing it. The second dog was found several days later and is being treated for a single gunshot wound. President Trump's agreement with Iran to end the war is facing criticism from Israeli lawmakers, as well as some Republicans in Washington. But Vice President J.D. Vance is defending the deal. News Nation's Kelly Meyer.
One congressional Republican telling me, quote, conservatives on the Hill are stunned that Vance would erase all of Trump's military victories in such a terrible deal. Trump effectively won the war, and at the 11th hour, Vance is negotiating his way to a loss. And a source close to the White House responding to that comment tells me it was Trump and Vance together that pushed to end this war, and that it's notable Republicans would criticize a deal that would have positive economic effects so close to the midterms.
Terms of the deal include the U.S. unfreezing assets and releasing billions of dollars in funds, as well as reopening the Strait of Hormuz and sanctions relief. Members of Congress in both parties are eyeing the movement of nearly $400 million from last year's One Big Beautiful Bill to fund White House security needs. But will any of that money go to fund a ballroom that the president has insisted would be privately funded?
The $397 million was quietly transferred to Secret Service accounts over the past week for White House security measures. When asked by ABC News what the money is for, a senior administration official didn't mention the ballroom project, saying only that the money from last year's One Big Beautiful Bill will be used on necessary security upgrades to the White House complex, including a new visitor screening center. But word of the funds transfer has sparked questions on Capitol Hill, as the Washington Post reports officials have planned for half of the ballroom's cost to be covered by taxpayer-funded entities, including the Secret Service and the military. Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, the White House.
Getting to Summerfest, maybe a little less orange barrel heavy this year.
Wisconsin DOT says it's coordinating around festival traffic, and Eric Hansen says some freeways and ramp closures are restricted around event times.
This is typically until it's about 1 hour after the event ends.
Still, organizers say the best move is to check the routes and parking before leaving home. Jason Stewie, COO of Milwaukee World Festival, says that starts online.
The easiest thing for you to do is to go to summerfest.com and check out all of the options that we have.
And there are plenty. Debbie Laziga, WTMJ News.
Sports traffic and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:04.
Hey, Father's Day is Sunday. Don't forget your father. WTMJ's John Merck here. I highly recommend taking your dad, maybe your grandfather, to the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club for the all-you-care-to-eat Father's Day brunch. It is magnificent. Every dish Dad loves, including desserts, which I know I love. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat for free. All other dinners tonight through Sunday are buy one, get one free. That's incredible. Your dad's favorite steak, seafood, ribs, the mixed grill of a filet, shrimp, and scallops. Any entree are buy one, get one free. Those desserts and ice cream drinks, buy one, get one free. Celebrate your dad with a cocktail on the beautiful outdoor patio and then dinner in one of the 8 unique dining rooms, some with beautiful views. The Fox and Hounds hugs the Kettle Moraine Forest. The drive, the views are spectacular. And your dad's Friday haddock, all you care to eat fish fry, is one of the best. Fox and Hounds off Highway 167 near Holy Hill. Google, call, and reserve your free dinner. Tables are open. Dad's gonna love it.
So I was talking with another real estate agent who has been in the business even longer than I have, with a couple of other big-name companies. He was talking about how it's tough to compete with us because we have good agents and we charge less commission. And he even said that he lost a few listings to us, and it always bothered him because he realized that he was doing everything that we were doing, but he was charging more. We do charge less, and we do everything that a full-service agency does, because we are full-service real estate agents. The only difference is we give you our very best commission rate up front. You do pay for what you get. And with Century 21 Benefit Realty for 1.9% on the listing side of your home, with a cap of $19,000 commission on any size home, you can get full-service experienced agents, MLS marketing, professional photos, even virtual walkthroughs, and everything you get from any other big-name agent, all under the umbrella of the Century 21 brand. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Brewers take the series but lose Game 3 against the Guardians. Final score this afternoon, 4-2. Next up, the Brew Crew is in Atlanta taking on the Braves. 1 week after his multiple record-setting performance against the Philadelphia Phillies, Jacob Mizorowski will pitch for the series opener tomorrow night. Coverage starts at 5:40 right here on WTMJ. And it was NBA championship celebration time in New York today. An estimated 2 million people turned out for the Knicks parade and ceremony, their first ever championship parade. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. Things are looking a bit messy out there with Summerfest traffic. Let's start with I-94. Eastbound delays start at State Fair Park, and that goes all the way to about 35th Street. Westbound, you're actually looking in the clear right now. 43 southbound delays from Capitol Drive all the way into downtown. And 41, we have some brief delays lingering southbound, mostly between Appleton and Hampton. Northbound delays mostly between, looks like Watertown Plank and Burleigh. Also, we do have a crash on Highway 100 North. Looks like that is over on the right side at Capitol Drive.
Traffic is sponsored by the Wisconsin Assisted Living Association, supporting communities and residents through advocacy, education, and service. Where you live matters. Get the answers you and your family need about assisted living in Wisconsin. Start with clear, trusted guidance by visiting whereyouLiveMatters.org today.
And taking a look at your WTMJ forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy with an isolated shower, low of 56. Friday, mostly sunny and breezy, high of 75. Saturday, still mostly sunny, high of 77. Sunday, mostly cloudy, a chance for rain, high of 70. Monday, right back to mostly sunny, high of 70. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 72 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 6:08.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, a deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin Mobile Studio at Summerfest. Here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
On location, surrounded by the sights, the sounds, the smells, and the smiles of Summerfest. It is the first day of the world's largest music festival, and I'm glad to be here to share stories for the big gig and tips to help you have the very best fest experiences. And I am powered up by a hot, delicious Major Goolsby's cheeseburger. It is something I look forward to every year at Summerfest. Yes, I know they're downtown, and I go to that establishment as well, but there's just something about a Goolsby's cheeseburger here at Summerfest. It makes it taste even better. So big thank you to Major Goolsby's for feeding the WTMJ team at Summerfest. In these next 2 hours on What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, we're going to take you from the lakefront energy of opening night here to the variety of summer activities and adventures happening at the Brookfield Public Library with a visit with the Bridges Public Library System. And we're going to step inside something called Radiant Echoes. It is the new immersive art experience at Summerfest. And Daniel Murray of Fuzz Pop Workshop and one of his collaborating artists, John Kowalczyk, are going to visit with me and describe their new Radiant Echoes experience that you can certainly take photos of, but explore while you were here at Summerfest. We're also going to meet the Whitney family, a father, mother, and son who make Summerfest an annual family tradition by attending every single year together. And I'm going to give you my first weekend picks here at Summerfest, including tonight's Song You Need to Hear by Echo and the Bunnymen. They are playing at 10 o'clock, headlining the Generac Power Stage. So stay with us for the next couple hours. This is your backstage pass to the music, the memories, the Milwaukee magic of Summerfest on opening night, and it truly is gorgeous. It is a picture postcard perfect night. Nice man smiling at me with a cold beer in his hand and one of those Summerfest Milwaukee caps, so he's been here since the early start. Lots of smiles, lots of waves, people waiting to see some of their favorite bands and just kind of people watching. And the one thing I am seeing a whole lot of, too lovely, exactly, pink. Pink colors, pink ribbons, cowboy boots, because Megan Maroney is headlining at the American Family Insurance Amphitheater tonight. And I walked in behind a parade of pink, and it's fun to see the good energy. And the Big Bang fireworks are tonight at 9:30. So there is plenty of room for you here. And like I said, it is not too hot. It is not too cold. It really is a beautiful, I'll say, springtime night, because summer starts on Saturday, but it is Summerfest. And other bands that are headlining tonight, Charlie Wilson is on the BMO Pavilion stage, pop music with Holly Humberstone on the Briggs & Stratton Big Backyard. I mentioned Echo and the Bunnymen on the Generac stage. Reggae with Tash Sultana on the Miller Lite Oasis stage. And you've also got Passion Pit. I know a lot of people are excited about seeing Passion Pit on the T-Mobile stage. And remember, the T-Mobile stage is what used to be the U.S. Cellular Connection stage. So same spot. And I walked by the U-Line stage on the north end of the grounds. There was a long line at the merchandise booth for that headliner, Third Eye Blind, tonight at 10 o'clock on the U-Line stage. And I was delighted to see how much people are embracing some of their favorite music. So I will give you more picks and tips and some cool interviews, conversations from here on Summerfest. I am on location now on that lakefront path. Next, I get to take you on location at an inspiring and welcoming suburban space. What do Bigfoot, cows, and the Revolutionary War have in common? Find out in our Spotlight interview with the director and deputy director of the Brookfield Public Library, coming up next.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling, trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting WTMJ.com/contests.
That's WTMJ.com/contests.
Politics, work, daily stressors. Let's take a break from all that and get centered, Christ-centered. I'm Pastor Tim Butker. Join me each week for Christian Crusaders, a broadcast that highlights the gospel, the good news of Jesus, and our belief in the authoritative Word of God. Christ-centered, gospel-oriented, Bible-based Christian Crusaders. Please join us Sundays at 6 a.m. on WTMJ. We'd love to have you worship with us.
Point taken with Scafidi and Bry.
Patriotism and pride is fleeting. It's not an everyday thing anymore.
I actually think patriotism comes a lot more from the relationships and culture to your neighbors, your friends, your family, than a reflection of the government.
Weekdays from 10 to noon on WTMJ. And check out the weekly newsletter, Extra Points, by texting EXTRA to the talk and text line.
I'm streaming your show while taking a walk. Would you consider that a useful screen time?
Yes!
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
I am Sandy Maxx, delighted to be on location for this spotlight interview with Bridges Library System. I am here at the Brookfield Public Library with two guests. Introduce yourself.
I'm Kathy Tuttrup, the director of the library.
And
I'm Betsy Bleck, the deputy library director.
And let's talk about how much fun we can have at the library in the summer, which might sound foreign to some people, but why is summer such an important season for libraries?
Summer is a great time. People are out of their normal routines. They have extra time to read, and the library is full of fun programs that challenge kids, adults, teens. We've got something for everyone at the library, and it's all free. It's just a great place to come and spend some time.
And it's a great tool for parents who are a little concerned about what their kids are spending their time on in the summer and what they call, is it the slide?
There is something called the summer slide. It's kind of been documented that during the summer, kids who don't spend time reading and learning kind of lose some of those gains that they've made, especially younger kids, lose those gains that they've made during the school year. So this is a great opportunity to keep those skills going.
And it's an affordable opportunity. Borrowing books from the library, that stretches your entertainment dollar. It's absolutely free.
It's absolutely free. Anyone can get a library card, and we're happy to help you do that.
What can we look forward to specifically at the Brookfield Public Library? Reading challenges, programs, events. What do we have, Betsy?
Absolutely. We've got so much happening all summer, just like libraries all across the listening area have. Here at our library, we have special events for all ages. We believe and know that learning starts right when people are born. Brand new babies can learn here at the library, so they can come to our family time in the courtyard. And then we have programs for kids, tweens, teens, even up to seniors. We have lots to choose from here at the library as well. We have things every Wednesday and Thursday for kids, from jugglers and magicians. We have programs for all ages, such as Cows in the Courtyard and a Revolutionary Era mini encampment coming up.
Hold on, tell me about Cows in the Courtyard.
Yes.
Are we having real cows?
Oh, real cows, yes. Cows from Cozy Nook Farm visit us every summer. It's a huge program. We have several beautiful cows out in the courtyard, and kids can come and meet the cows and learn about dairy farming and play some games and have a lot of fun. It's really a terrific event every year.
I guess we get to pet the cow as well.
Absolutely. Yes. I even got a kiss from a cow a couple of years ago. So you play your cards right, you might get a little kiss too.
The cows aren't the only furry beasts at the Brookfield Library this summer.
That's right. Absolutely. We have the Bigfoot hunt happening in the library. Each of the 24 libraries in Bridges Library System has a Bigfoot hiding in it, and people are invited to visit each library and find the Bigfoot. Every time they find a Bigfoot, they get to enter to win some really fabulous prizes from local businesses. So a lot of fun.
When I walked into the Brookfield Public Library, I bumped into Brooks Bookfoot is his name. Does every Bigfoot have their own name at his library?
Yes, our wonderfully creative Emily Heller from Bridges Library System named each and every Bigfoot across the library system. And yes, Brookfield's is named Brooks Bookfoot.
I'm very glad that I found the Bigfoot. Kathy, you were saying sometimes they can be hidden in plain sight.
They can be. Sometimes people walk right by them and aren't real happy with where you have them. But there's usually a very good reason why we put it where we did.
We were talking about borrowing books for free, which everybody knows with their library card, but you also have ways to save money on family fun with Explore Passes and puzzle exchanges. Tell me more.
We do. We have Explore Passes to a number of different locations for people to go to in the area, different museums and fun places to go, and those are free to check out as well. And we have our puzzle exchange that you mentioned, so you can take a puzzle home and do it and then take it apart and bring it on back. But for people who don't want to set up a puzzle in their house, for whatever reason, we also have a puzzle table where people can sit in our library, where it's cool most of the time, and do a puzzle right at our puzzle table.
It's funny that you say cool most of the time, because I think that is another appealing thing about the library in the summer. Air conditioning.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Talking about summertime, this is a big anniversary year for the United States. Tell us some of the special events you have planned for America 250 events.
Well, we really went all in with America 250 for one reason. Nathan Hatch is a Revolutionary War soldier buried in the city of Brookfield. So please come to our library and see our display on Nathan. You can learn more about him. And we also have a number of special programs with historical reenactors. Betsy mentioned the encampment. And so we have someone portraying Abigail Adams, George Washington, Betsy Ross, someone from the 4th Continental Light Dragoons, and they'll let us know what it was like to be there. So there's just a number of different things. The African American experience. We had the Indigenous people experience, and games and things for kids as well.
By having these America 250 living history portrayals and the enactment camps, it really does show that storytelling goes beyond books and that you can preserve history and really get people engaged in an in-person way.
Yes, absolutely. And in fact, one of our favorite things about historical programs here at the library is that it helps us achieve one of our big goals, which is to bring many generations of people together, from little ones to seniors. When we have historical reenactors, we often see teenagers from the high school all the way up to our senior patrons as well, learning and experiencing the event together, which is really beautiful to see.
Okay. How do we get involved with the library?
Well, the easiest way is to come to the library or to go to whatever libraries in your community. Everyone's doing similar things to us. Otherwise, you can visit our website or follow us on Facebook and pick up one of our brochures there.
What's the easiest way to get a library card? Because I think some people listening still may not have one.
Yes.
How do we get one?
It's so easy. All you need to do is visit your local library, bring something with your current address and a picture ID. We'll get you in and out in a couple of minutes. It's that simple. It's free. I think sometimes people don't realize that it's free to get a library card. It's free to check things out. It's free to come to all of our events. So do check it out. Oh, pun not intended, but but yeah, do come get your library card. And with that, you can access ebooks, e-audiobooks, print books, magazines, everything under the sun. So do get a library card.
I'm still one of those people who has a DVD player and borrows DVDs and CDs.
There are still quite a few of you, actually, and we still collect those. So that's what, the library is so much more than just books, as people listening have found out. But we have so many different formats and so many different materials, and just a great place for the community to come and see what we have to offer.
Thank you so much for joining me, Kathy Tuttrup and Betsy Bleck of the Bridges Library System right here at the Brookfield Public Library. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you at the library.
Learn more about the offerings of the Brookfield Public Library and all of the libraries in the Bridges Library System this summer for infants through senior citizens at getyourlibrarycard.org.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we know inspiration's in full swing this time of year. So bring us your wild ideas and we'll bring the value on the quality supplies you need to make it happen at unbeatably low prices. Right now, during our lawn care sale, Estate Weed and Feed or lawn fertilizer, $5 off, 30% off select flower planters, plus a 256-piece Craftsman Mechanics tool set, $99.99. Find value on everything to do your thing. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Sandy Maxx, and if you think you know what assisted living looks like, you might want to think again. At 3 Pillars in beautiful Lake Country, assisted living is all about more living and less worry. We're talking stunning private apartments filled with natural light, incredible dining, walking trails along the Bark River, a true sense of community. And what I love most is how personalized everything feels. The team takes the time to understand each resident and provide the right level of support while keeping independence front and center. So if you want to find out more, check out 3 Pillars. Learn more, schedule your tour today, 3pillars.org.
When I shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, every time I come in, it's like a whole new store. It's because new inventory is arriving daily, all kinds of everything. And let me tell you, thrift store prices make buying easy, and helping others at the same time, that's icing on the cake. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
With an ever-changing inventory, you never know what great bargains you're going to be able to find at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. It makes shopping fun because the best finds are the ones you had no idea you'd even come across. And when they're at thrift store prices, it feels good. And it feels even better to know you're helping us help others. Shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Father's Day is coming up, and let's be honest, Dad doesn't need another tie. Give him something he actually wants. New windows that lower energy bills, a durable new roof, beautiful siding, or a bath remodel he can brag about to every guest who visits. And during the Exterior Pros and Baths June savings event, you'll get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
WTMJ's John Mercure here. Hope your summer's going great. I've got a great idea to help you build out the rest of your summer. Still looking for that family vacation idea or that romantic getaway for the fall? I have got you covered. Join me for Experience Wisconsin Saturdays at 1 right here on 620 WTMJ. We're full of ideas with great interviews and cool suggestions. This week we are joined by Beloit and Jefferson. Going to be a lot of fun. It's Experience Wisconsin Saturdays at 1 right here on 620 WTMJ.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
That is the sound of Megan Maroney. She is headlining tonight on the American Family Insurance Amphitheater stage. Although this song is called Tennessee Orange, we are seeing pink everywhere here. Pink skirts, pink shirts, pink cowboy hats, pink boots, lots of pink ribbons. Everybody leaning way in with the Megan Maroney fans, and it's lending a very colorful and happy vibe here, I would say. I am Sandy Maxx inside the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio at the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone, looking out on the lagoon at Summerfest on the very first night. I am so glad to be here. And tonight we're not just talking about Summerfest, we are actually in it, bringing you the stories. And as always happens at Summerfest, you really can't be here that long before you bump into some friend that you know. And I am delighted to reintroduce to everyone on What's on Tap, artist Ike Winter. How are you?
Thanks for having me. Yeah, we're just walking by and jumped on the show.
Well, because you are an artist. Everyone remembers your woodworking art from the NFL draft last spring, and your big success last Summerfest was you got your wood mosaic to the Killers.
Yeah, with the help of Milwaukee. Like, I was on the news, I was on the radio, and we got the Killers' attention, and I was able to hand them a custom piece of art made from the streets of Milwaukee. So it was super special.
And recycling that wood, it's wonderful. So you stop by and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to be here every day of Summerfest with my art. So tell everybody what you're going to be doing with your Summerfest mosaic.
Yeah, so this year we have like a mobile canvas where I build a giant Summerfest logo. It's 104 pieces of scrap wood, a lot from the NFL draft, all from the streets of Milwaukee. So it's dressers and desks and stuff that I found, and I cut it into a giant mosaic that takes like 10, 15 minutes to build, sometimes with the help of the community. And we build it on site, and people get to see this mosaic come to life while I try to do it at shows while people are watching the music and listening to bands, and then also building this giant mosaic. So it's going to be kind of a scavenger hunt. It'll be here every day. I'll be moving it around the festival grounds, and just be building it like from 2 to 5 roughly most of the days.
And I feel that is so in step with the joy of discovery, which is what Summerfest is about. Walking by a band stage and going, I didn't think I would really like, cool. I'm now interested in this band. So same thing, to be walking around and then all of a sudden see you roll up with your canvas and start putting pieces of wood on and turn around and say, no, come grab a piece of wood. I'll show you where it goes. And have a hand in that creation with you. That's such a joy.
Fully. And the beauty of just Wisconsin is like the definition of community. So most people ask like, oh, is this the NFL draft guy or the stuff from it? I'm like, yeah, this is actual pieces. Do you want to help bring this together? And like, you can see cutouts from certain teams on this mosaic. I don't know. I just, being at the draft last year, the community aspect of Wisconsin really showed so much of a presence there, and Summerfest is like a testament to that as well. This is my favorite 9 days out of the entire year. So
and truly tangible, hands-on. And I know you have been a musician.
I have. In a past life, I was a musician for 10 years.
You might be one again, I suspect.
I don't know
Creators
about that.
create. You never know. And what bands do you have your eyes on?
Tonight is going to be Third Eye Blind and Passion Pit. I'm going to kind of jump between the two.
At least the two stages are right next to each other.
Yeah, two of my favorite artists this entire year play at the same time on, I think, the 3rd of July. It's called Anise, and then a Wisconsin guy, Kenny Hoopla. He's a punk rocker from Oshkosh. He had a song like number 7 on Billboard like a few years ago, so a huge, cool artist. Yeah, I don't know, just like Hot Mulligan is playing tomorrow, which is like a punk rock band.
Just such a fun name, too. When
Hot
you
Mulligan,
said,
yeah.
I'm going to see Hot Mulligan tomorrow night, and I sampled Hot Mulligan because their name was funny.
Yep.
And I immediately said to you, I'm like, wow, that lead singer has a screechy voice. And you're like, that's exactly what I like about Hot Mulligan.
I did music for 9-10 years of my life, and that's exactly what we played in that like emo, pop punk, hardcore music, yeah. So
What's the best way to keep up with you, Ike Winter, and all of your creative adventures?
just Instagram or TikTok. I mean, this summer is going to be all about Wisconsin and Milwaukee, so I'm excited for a handful of collabs that are coming up. And just, again, I love being with the community of Wisconsin. I love seeing and meeting people and being around festivals like this and just being a part of the community. So, literally today I have no agenda other than walk around. I'm going to go try to get a hole-in-one and win $5,000. That's next on my agenda, and eat some cheese curds. So I'm just going to embrace Wisconsin today.
You are doing it right. Ike Winter, it's Wynter, but I love having a touch of winter at Summerfest.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for stopping by. I look forward to bumping into you over the several days.
Every day, yeah.
Wonderful. Stay with me here on What's on Tap. You will meet more artists. Fuzz Pop Workshop is back for the third year with a new immersive installation of art. And you will learn all about it with the creators. But now we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Here is Jessica Gatso.
Thanks, Sandy. A new sentencing date is set for the former Milwaukee County judge found guilty of obstructing federal immigration officers. Hannah Dugan will learn her fate on July 8th. This comes just days after U.S. District Judge Lynn Edelman rejected a defense motion to overturn the jury's guilty verdict, which delayed Dugan's original sentencing date. The sentence carries a maximum of 5 years in prison. Milwaukee police are investigating a shooting that left a 37-year-old critically injured early this morning. It happened just after midnight near 19th and Beecher on the city's south side. The victim was taken to the hospital for serious injuries. Police are still searching for suspects. The legal fight between the Minocqua Brewing Company and the state is escalating. The brewery has filed a lawsuit against the Wisconsin Department of Revenue after agents seized roughly 1,200 cans of beer during enforcement actions last week. Owner Kirk Bangstad claims the state unfairly blocked the sale of beer that's brewed in Illinois and is seeking the immediate return of the product, valued at about $25,000. The Department of Revenue tells WTMJ it does not comment on pending litigation. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. Looks like we have some lanes closed on Highway 100 southbound at Layton. The 2 left lanes are closed for repairs. And right over there at the Hale interchange, we're still seeing delays heading to 894 East until about, looks like 76th Street. And delays still pretty hefty on 94 eastbound, mostly between 76th Street and 35th Street. And looking at 43 southbound delays, you'll be on and off the brakes from about Capitol Drive into downtown. And time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with an isolated shower, low of 56. Friday, mostly sunny and breezy, high of 75. Saturday, mostly sunny skies, a high of 77. Sunday, mostly cloudy, could see some rain to the south, a high of 70. Monday, back to mostly sunny, a high of 70 again. Right now in Madison, it's 71 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 70. In Waukesha, it's 70. And in Milwaukee, it's 72 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:32.
Sponsored by Blingo Premier Lighting.
You take pride in your Milwaukee area home. So why let it disappear when the sun goes down? At Blingle Premier Lighting, they create breathtaking landscape lighting that transforms your home into the showpiece of the neighborhood. Elegant uplighting, softly illuminated walkways, architectural lighting that highlights the beauty you've already invested in. Landscape lighting doesn't just make your home look incredible. It adds curb appeal, increases perceived value, improves safety, and creates an experience you enjoy every single night. In fact, it's the one thing homeowners never realize they want until they have it. And once they do, they can't imagine living without it. From luxury landscape lighting to permanent holiday lighting and patio lighting, Blingle designs custom systems built specifically for your home. No hassle, no stress, just a home that looks absolutely stunning after dark. See us at blingle.com/MKE. Blingle Premier Lighting. Your home will never look this beautiful. That's blingle.com/MKE.
Hey, this is WTMJ Steve Scrividi. Sound familiar? I can't raise my arms. I can't climb stairs. I can't kneel down, which means I can't play with the kids, golf with the guys, or get through a workday without exhausting pain. I'm here to celebrate what you can do, and that's exactly what QC Kinetics patients are doing, not bracing for their next jolt of pain. It's gone. They've moved on. Back to living your lives. You've heard me talk about Dr. Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have been through their game-changing regenerative treatments done right in the office, no missing work, no surgery, no long recovery. The inflammation calms down, the pain backs off, and we love hearing from you. How we here at WTMJ helped you dig out from under that long list of can'ts and get back to living your best life. So go find out what you can do. It's a good life out there, folks. Go live it to the fullest. Let's get rid of that pain starting now. The consultation is totally free. To see if you're a good candidate, weekend appointments available. 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. Don't wait. Call QC Kinetics now.
Here's to sweet summer days together with friends and family in Wisconsin. To discovering magic in every moment.
Hey, Mom, over here.
And to reconnecting through a world filled with wonder.
Wow.
Here's to supper club celebrations and dancing until the sun goes down. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your summer getaway at travelwisconsin.com.
For growing businesses, digital marketing shouldn't be a gamble. If your business needs results, not guesswork, it's time for a different approach. At Margle Media, we deliver real results for businesses in an evolving digital world. Backed by data, guided by strategy, and focused on actionable outcomes. We partner with businesses of all sizes to drive growth locally or nationwide. Set up a free consultation today. Visit us at marglemedia.com. That's MARGLE media.com.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. And as you can hear, we are on location at Summerfest. Broadcasting live inside the Pella windows and doors of Wisconsin mobile studio at the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone. So happy to be here. And the music you just heard was Passion Pit. Take a Walk. They are the headliner on the T-Mobile stage at 10:15 tonight. If you're like, oh, I can't believe I didn't know they were playing. There are 600 bands over 9 days. It's very easy to miss one. So we are here to help you make the most of your Summerfest. And part of that is one of my very favorite things is not just experiencing the music, but experiencing art in a larger-than-life way. And Fuzz Pop Workshop is back for the third year with a new art installation. And this one is called Radiant Echoes.
Echoes.
And I am so thrilled. Daniel Murray is the founder of Fuzz Pop Workshop. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome
Glad to
back.
be here.
And
always a highlight of the Summerfest experience, chatting with you, Sandy.
Oh, well, right back at you, because your artwork is thought-provoking and playful, and there's so many layers to it.
I love that you get it and want to chat about it.
Well, good. And then who have you brought with you?
This is John Kowalczyk, my collaborator, creative director at Fuzz Pop Workshop, visionary behind a lot of this work.
How are you, John?
I'm doing excellent. I'm excited to be here, excited to see Radiant Echoes in person for the first time at Summerfest.
So tell us, I know you can't see, I didn't even get a preview of it this year, but it's because you have to construct it in a workshop. So when I walked by this afternoon, you're like, no, this is the first time we've seen it put together. So explain to everyone what they're going to walk into on the north end of the grounds here.
So we've created, inspired by these sort of ancient mystical stone circles, these sites of ritual, and we've kind of thought about Summerfest and music festivals as this kind of contemporary ritual space where we come together with music and community, and so we're inspired by that and wanted to create this otherworldly environment. There's megaliths and giant otherworldly flora, light and sound. It's interactive, a lot of fog and mist.
Yes, and that creates an atmosphere. Interesting that you say that the stone circle, like it has a little Stonehenge-ness to it.
Yeah.
It also has, what do you call those Easter Island big faces? A little bit of that.
The Easter Island
Big
faces,
faces
is what we say when we're talking about it.
So last year was huge and inflatable and even taller, and really brought people together with more of the mysticness and the vapors and the sounds. So this is more than just tall, eye-catching art that's in between the T-Mobile stage and the Uline stage. It also has sound to draw you in. So John, describe even more about what this ancient Radiant Echoes is.
Yeah, so they're almost like singing stones. They're creating their own music. We're inviting participants to add to that music, to add their song and voice into it by interacting with different buttons and dials. And it's truly an immersive experience. So you get to kind of be in awe and in wonder, sort of swallowed by these stone heads as you walk through them. They're going to glow and change colors at nighttime. It's going to get really exciting once the sun sets.
And if you text the word watch to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line, text the word watch to 855-616-1620, and we will show you photos and videos that we took this afternoon of Radiant Echoes in the daylight, because we haven't seen it at night. And I will tell you what it struck me. Have you heard this yet? The flora that are coming up, how many feet tall out of the heads?
They're about 20 feet tall.
So 20 feet tall reminds me of Chihuly glass. I can't be the first person to say that.
Johnny was really the man behind those floras. So Johnny,
Yeah, I love the Chihuly reference. I remember growing up and going to the Garfield Park Conservatory in Chicago and seeing his amazing installations and thinking like, man, I'd love to do something like that one day. But I'm a painter. That's my first love. And color is really important to me. So Chihuly's use of color is really inspiring. And then those kind of like undulating, ruffly organic forms that kind of multiply and almost grow as if a human didn't create them. Like a plant is growing and stacking them up instead of human hands is kind of what I'm thinking about.
Do you know what it also reminds me of? When you look in an aquarium and you have those foliage that reach up,
kelp
from the bottom. That grow up from the bottom. That it also reminds me of that.
It's interesting. It's not something that we really talked about. I think in the process we had other sort of organic inspirations, but somehow we keep coming back to these deep, these underwater worlds as part of it. I think there's something, this sort of floating feel of that underwater space is often a kind of experience that we're trying to create as well.
And even with the bright colors and the neon, it's still very organic and still honors and represents nature.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Johnny, you can say more about the color, but as we think about the color palette and the color story, trying to create something that is really vibrant but does feel organic, but at the same time otherworldly, kind of have a foot in both those worlds.
And also a really nice day to night transition. So the color kind of disappears at night and the light takes over. But it's always great to have color during the day when the sun is shining, too.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. We're talking with Daniel Murray of Fuzz Pop Workshop and John Kowalczyk, the Artists Collective. Just two of 20?
Yeah, in this project, about 25 people are part of this project.
So we will find out more about these collaborations because you've let the ripple out even further, and you're even incorporating dance and
very excited about
technology to use your smartphone to enhance this art experience. So I told you there's so many layers, there's so much to this. So more with Fuzz Pop Workshop live at Summerfest here on What's on Tap.
Penny Mustard's exclusive line of double-sided hybrid mattresses combines a supportive coil spring center with specialty foam.
A flippable mattress that will change the way you sleep.
Your new double-sided hybrid mattress improves your Wi-Fi signal, reduces nightmares, and eliminates bedhead.
No. None of that is true.
But every mattress is made in Wisconsin and built to last.
Plus,
oh boy,
our mattresses help you remember every password, every song lyric, and every birthday of everyone you know, including your dentist.
Look, we can't prove any of that, but Penny Mustard's breathable, double-sided mattresses have been proven to last 45% longer than the average unflippable model.
But wait, there's more.
Oh no.
Your new Penny Mustard mattress removes wrinkles and reduces small talk with strangers by 73%.
Please stop.
Why?
You're gonna get us in trouble.
Okay, fine. Results may vary.
Come see our selection of sophisticrafted double-sided hybrid mattresses at Penny Mustard.
PennyMustard.com.
Flippable versions of what people want.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon?
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Hey, Father's Day's almost here. Treat your father to the magnificent all-you-can-eat Father's Day brunch at the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club right near Holy Hill. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat for free. Google, call, and reserve your Father's Day table today. It's the famous Fox and Hounds.
Get your rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval to buy at accunet.com.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Oh my God, I've done it again. I almost killed a friend.
Broadcasting live from Summerfest at the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio. These are the sounds of headliner Holly Humberstone. She's on the Briggs & Stratton Big Backyard stage tonight at 10. To Love Somebody, the name of that song. And I'm thrilled to be joined by 2 members of Fuzz Pop Workshop, the artist collective right here in Milwaukee, that are back at Summerfest for the 3rd year with a very cool, unique, never the same twice art immersive experience. And this year, Daniel Murray and John Kowalczyk, along with several other artists who we're going to learn about, have created what's called Radiant Echoes. And one of the descriptions I see, Ancient Future Rave. Those are some very descriptive words. Who came up with that combination of words? And did that keep you motivated during the creation?
I think maybe you. I don't know. Or
John?
we bounced around.
That could have been me. I'm a fan of raves myself. So.
But the ancient part where we talk about stone circles, but
yeah,
the future part of it?
I think we sometimes talk about this weird, ancient future civilizations and future ancient, we have a very singular idea of how time flows in how we understand history. But were there civilizations before anything we understand that we're having this crazy party rave culture that we don't know about? I don't know. We just kind of spin these crazy sci-fi mystical ideas around in the studio and they turn into art.
And it's imaginative, and that comes across when you see this artwork. So again, for everyone who hasn't seen it yet, because Summerfest just started today and you just finished, when did you finish assembling the artwork? 11:59.
Yeah, about 11:59 today, before the gates opened.
But if you text the word "watch" to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and text line, text "watch" WATCH to 855-616-1620, you will get one of the very first looks at Radiant Echoes and see some of the impressions. I got sort of Chihuly type glass that you will see in this 25-foot tall sproings, like kind of growing
cosmic flora
coming out from the stones. But John, not created out of glass. What are these kind of coral reef looking structures made of?
They're actually polycarbonate, which is very similar to plexiglass. So it's clear and flat when I start, but I cut it into shapes and paint it with acrylic, and then it's heated with a blowtorch to create its final form. So it's I like to think of it as a collaboration with gravity. So it's kind of melting, and I'm pushing it and holding it as it's drying into these cool, ruffly, organic shapes.
It's a little dance Johnny does with each of the petals. It's the flora.
It's like a fire dance.
Yes.
It's very physical, the whole creative production. I absolutely love it. And so talk about the other artists that you collaborate with, because obviously when you're creating structures that are nearly 30 feet tall and are so intricate and thoughtful and incorporate sound and all these different layers, takes more than the two of you.
It does, absolutely, yeah.
Tell us more.
Yeah, we've got a great group of folks that we've worked with on a number of projects in the past. Micah Ebby did a lot of work designing the megalith head sculpture element. And Brian Nielsen has helped out with our sound design. And a whole group of folks. And then we're really excited this year that we have a couple of collaborators, other organizations that we're partnering with for a dance performance with Wild Space Dance Company. That's going to be the first tomorrow and then next Friday, as well as the UWM Peck School of the Arts have created an augmented reality experience. You can scan with your phone and creatures moving and floating through the space. It's pretty wild.
I love both of those aspects. I grew up as a dancer, so to have what we're talking about, the stone monuments and gathering people maybe at the summer solstice and having these rituals and raves, to actually bring dance into that where people can watch and maybe be inspired and do their own dance. But that's wonderful to incorporate Wild Space Dance Company in this. And I think 7:15 tomorrow?
7:15 and 9:15.
And 9:15 tomorrow. So in the evening, just before dark and after dark, to see the different evolution of the Radiant Echoes artwork. I love that. And then talk about, I feel like Fuzz Pop Workshop always incorporates technology and elevating that. Talk about how you've got the augmented reality and working with the Peck School of the Arts. That's wonderful.
Yeah, so Oksana Krushnivska is a professor in the art school and does game design and virtual reality, extended reality, a bunch of really creative, amazing work. I've been in conversation with her over the past couple of years, and this seemed like a great opportunity to actually do a project together. So, I went into the class, gave a pitch, and this is the project. We'd love to have, giant towering creatures and other elements of this experience. And so over the course of the semester, students developed different experiences, and we kind of honed in on those, like what was really fitting well, and students grouped up and turned that into the final product that people get to experience here at the festival.
John, what's been a reaction that you've been amused by or thrilled by so far?
One of the funniest reactions that I like is we have awesome haze and smoke coming from the heads, but people like to think they're misters because in the hot weather and the sun, they're used to walking through those misters, and it's just silly to me to see their reaction to it.
One of these years, we'll do a mist project.
Yeah.
That'd be good. And Daniel, what's been a reaction that's stayed with you in this first day?
I mean, I just love people see our installations this year and previous years from afar and have a kind of confused look on their face, but intrigued. And as they walk into it and the sound and the light and kind of really get into the environment, seeing the smile broaden across their face, and they're like, yes, that's what we're trying to do. This sort of unexpected moment that people have when they step into it.
The joy of discovery, because as excited as I am about this annual immersive art, there are people who are just going to come in those north gates and truly go, I was here to see music, but what's going on here? Yeah. So it absolutely warms my heart. Before I let you go, after Summerfest ends and Radiant Echoes is no more on the grounds, what's next for Fuzz Pop Workshop?
We've got a couple of exciting things lined up. We're working again with Joy Engine for Art Blaze. We've also partnered with UWM to create some new giant inflatable beings for that project. And we're developing a large-scale permanent space in Milwaukee. So we're on the hunt for spaces. We're developing the concepts for that. So if you like the stuff that we're doing, that's here for 9 days at Summerfest, imagine that. 10 times the scale all year round. New experiences, many more artists, performance, a whole
elevating
attraction.
Our creative community here.
That's the dream, yeah.
What's the best way to keep up with Fuzz Pop Workshop?
You can follow us on Instagram. That's where we post. Follow us on the web. We're at Fuzz Pop Workshop.
Thank you so much. He is Daniel Murray and John Kowalczyk, creative director of Fuzz Pop Workshop. I got the leadership here.
There we go.
Imaginations going wild, but truly making those ideas come to life. I think a lot of people can imagine things. It's collaborating with the right designers and architects and creators. So congratulations on the third year here at Summerfest.
Thanks a lot, Sandy.
Thank you.
I look forward to wandering Radiant Echoes after I see Echo and the Bunnymen. It's a theme. It's a theme. Speaking of Echo and the Bunnymen, they have the song you need to hear next on What's on Tap.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarma.com. at goodkarmabrands.com. That's talent acquisition at goodkarmabrands.com.
Epic parties start at Staples. Now you can grab Party City balloons, decorations, and tableware, plus matching custom invites, banners, and more right at Staples. That was easy.
Heart disease won't stop us. Diabetes won't slow us down. Allergies, high blood pressure, shoulder pain, cancer. Nothing will keep us from pushing Wisconsin ahead. Because with the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, forward progress is what we stand for. That means always pushing and always innovating. With new technologies and breakthrough treatments that make life better, whether we're sick or well. It means providing more convenience and more ways to receive medical excellence for all your health needs, for big and small. It means being there for you, our family, caring for yours. So let's keep raising the bar. Let's keep testing the limits of what medicine can do. Let's push ahead and make life here as great as it can be. Visit Freighter.com to find out how.
Discover your new favorite city, Milwaukee. Catch a sunrise over Lake Michigan. Sip your way through craft breweries. And dive into a dining scene that's turning heads. From museums and music to thrilling sports teams and buzzing nightlife, Milwaukee delivers all season long. Good things are always brewing on the Fresh Coast. The expert guides at visitmilwaukee.org have everything you need to fully plan every detail. Whatever it is you'd like to do in Milwaukee. Plan your trip today at visitmilwaukee.org.
At Associated Bank, we know it's not always fun thinking about saving. You know what is fun? Not thinking about it. That's why we call it automated savings. You save automatically. How much you want, how often you want, for whatever you want. And if you don't know how much to save, well, that's why we're here. We'll suggest an amount so you hit your target without ever thinking about it. See, saving can be fun, especially when it's automatic. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ. And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes are going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
I am Sandy Maxx on location at Summerfest, where tonight live music is happening in all styles, including some retro sounds. Echo and the Bunnymen. Tonight, 10 o'clock on the Generac stage. Alternative 80s from Liverpool. They're a sentimental favorite of mine, going all the way back to my high school life and college radio years at Marquette University. Echo and the Bunnymen, Lips Like Sugar is the song you need to hear on What's on Tap to get you psyched for their 10 o'clock show tonight here at Summerfest.
On the water, lips like sugar, lips like sugar. Just when you think you've caught her, she glides across the water. She calls for you tonight to share this moonlight. You flow down her river, she laughs and thinks she's yours. She's flown to other shores to laugh at how you break. Now into this lake, you flow down the river, and you never give the lips like sugar kisses.
Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. Comfortable locations, comfortable people. Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. There's one near you.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Vince Vitrano here. That feeling after an incredible performance, applause, emotion. You look around and realize everyone just experienced something unforgettable together. UPAF makes those moments possible, supporting local performing arts organizations and arts education programs throughout our community. The arts don't just entertain us, they connect us. Join me in supporting UPAF's annual campaign. New or increased gifts of $1,200 or more matched by Northwestern Mutual. Donate today at upaf.org.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Trusted, relevant, locally owned, locally programmed. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ Milwaukee.
At 7 o'clock, it's 71 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, maybe an isolated shower, a low of 56. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Jessica Gatso. A jury finds Amandrea Brunner not guilty of causing the deaths of Marquette University lacrosse athletes Scott Michaud and Noah Snyder. Brunner was acquitted of 6 felony counts, including homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle. She will be released from the House of Correction sometime tonight. Brunner's friend tells WTMJ.
I feel relieved that this is over. Yeah, she's been my longtime friend for over 15 years. Yeah, it's a really good day.
The deliberations took around 6 hours. Peter McColgan, the driver of the car carrying the students, is also charged. He will make his initial court appearance next month. A federal judge has ordered the release of Salah Sarsour, the president of the Islamic Society of Milwaukee, who has been in ICE custody since March.
Sarsour is a legal resident and has lived in the United States for over 3 decades before he was arrested this spring by ICE agents and taken to a detention facility in Indiana. In his ruling, U.S. District Judge James Hanlon says the arrest, quote, raised a substantial First Amendment retaliation claim. Sarsour's family claim his arrest has to do with his activist work for Palestinian human rights. They also say his health was neglected while he was in custody. As a condition of his release, Sarsour is ordered to remain in Wisconsin. Elizabeth Linton in WTMJ News.
A scary moment for tourists in New York Times Square just hours after the Knicks championship parade. Police say a large fight broke out, then shots were fired, and then someone was slashed. ABC's Matt Rivers.
The terrifying sound of gunfire echoing throughout Times Square right in broad daylight. Now it sent a massive crowd running for their lives. Earthcam video showing the terrifying scene. Hundreds of people rushing to take cover. NYPD officers seen racing to that scene after a call for shots fired near West 44th Street and 7th Avenue around 3:30. Officials are saying a large fight broke out, and officers then observed a person of interest firing a weapon.
It's not clear if the slashing and the shooting were related. No one was hurt in the shooting, and a suspect is in custody. A bill to stabilize college sports clears a key vote in the Senate with bipartisan support. Republican Texas Senator Ted Cruz chairs the committee.
College sports is in crisis. If Congress does not act, every week we're seeing another program being canceled. They're canceling women's sports, they're canceling Olympic sports, track and field, tennis, and that is taking away opportunities.
The Protect College Sports Act aims to regulate payments to players, limit them to one free transfer over their careers, and create a rule to restrict coaches from changing jobs during a season. It now heads to the full Senate for consideration. Milwaukee officials gathering this morning for the annual Juneteenth flag raising above City Hall. Mayor Cavalier Johnson.
Freedom Day with one of the longest running and most incredible Juneteenth celebrations, not just in the state of Wisconsin, not just in the Midwest, but in the entire United States of America. We celebrate that each and every single year here in Milwaukee, and that legend continues to grow year after year.
A number of Juneteenth celebrations are scheduled for tomorrow across the Milwaukee area. Day one of Summerfest puts a new bag policy to the test. Any bags larger than a clutch or fanny pack must be clear. Bill Malone from Grafton tells WTMJ he saw festival goers turned away for not following the policy last weekend.
I volunteered at Polish Fest. I got a clear backpack so that you can get into Summerfest without any issues with bringing in water bottles and bigger packs.
Summerfest prohibits other items like pepper spray or spray sunscreen, drones, frisbees, banners, and beach balls. You can find a full list of those items at WTMJ.com. Sports traffic and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:04.
Affordable glass and mirror home decor ideas will go as far as your style and imagination will take them. But not everyone has the time to think up new ways to make our products work for their home. So here are some ideas that could really take your home style to the next level. A great way to visually enlarge a small space is to add mirrors. We're seeing mirrored closet doors come back in style, but now they call them reflective storage units. And if they're done right, they can be quite appealing. Make your minimal bedroom more expansive looking with a wall of mirrors. Or how about a mirrored backsplash in your kitchen? Mirror front kitchen cabinets look really sleek. If you bring us the milled out cabinet doors, we'll install mirrors and your kitchen gets an instant style upgrade. This is Stacy Sinks with Less's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Less's Glass. Less's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
The new fractured boulders we now have in stock are really nice. They're squarer and more rectangular in shape, and they're great for building dry-laid retaining walls. They're much easier to deal with, lock together nicely, and you get less gaps. No wet mortar needed. And we've stocked a multitude of colors. You can use them as an accent item to add character to your dry river or creek beds, too. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential. Visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. Our organic mulch is comprised of all trees. Most mulch is made from ground-up pallets, and you don't know what might have been spilled on those pallets. Could be chemicals or who knows what. But not our mulch, we're recycling trees. Many species of hardwoods. Cedar, hemlock, light brown, dark brown, mocha, black, red, gold, and caramel. 7 colors to choose from means a mulch to match any exterior. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential. Visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for Griffin Ford in Waukesha. Hey, if you've been thinking about a new vehicle, now's the time to take a serious look at Griffin Ford's Ford American Value for American Values Employee Pricing event. This is great. For a limited time, you pay what employees pay. That's right, employee pricing on a huge selection of new Ford vehicles. Right now, they have 50-plus all-wheel drive Ford Explorers in stock starting at $38,978. How about the 2026 Ford Bronco Sport all-wheel drive? More than 20 in stock starting at $28,995. And Escape owners get an additional $1,000 off. But what really sets Griffin Ford apart is inventory. Griffin Ford is one of the largest selections of new Ford vehicles anywhere in Wisconsin. That means you're not spending hours searching dealer to dealer or settling for something close to what you wanted. You can choose the color, trim, level, and features that fit your style. It's Griffin Ford in Waukesha. I buy my cars at Griffin. You can also do it online at griffinford.com.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Brewers take the series but lose Game 3 against the Guardians. Final score this afternoon, 4-2. Next up, the Brew Crew is in Atlanta taking on the Braves. That series starts tomorrow night. Coverage starts at 5:40 right here on WTMJ. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. Lots of improvements, but still a slowdown on 94 eastbound. That's between 70th and about 35th Street. Also still seeing a possible lane closure on Highway 100 southbound at Layton. The 2 left lanes possibly closed for repairs still. And still, of course, seeing that Summerfest traffic heading off the freeway down to the Henry Mile Festival Park. And And taking a look at your WTMJ forecast, tonight partly cloudy skies with isolated showers, low of 56. Friday, mostly sunny skies and breezy, high of 75. Saturday, still sunny, high of 77. Sunday, mostly cloudy. There's a chance for rain to the south, a high of 70. Monday, right back to mostly sunny with a high of 70. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 71 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:09.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, a deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Live from the Pillow Windows and Doors of Wisconsin Mobile Studio at Summerfest. Here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
And I am loving it. We're on the lakefront path right behind the Gruber Sports Zone. A beautiful view of the lagoon, a beautiful view of a lot of people wearing pink. Megan Maroney, country star, is the headliner at the American Family Insurance Amphitheater tonight, and her fans, they doll up, they wear pink skirts, they wear pink shirts, they've got cowboy hats, they've got pink boots, they've got white boots, they've got ribbons. It's a very pretty vibe here. But then you've also got all sorts of other musical styles. So you're seeing Paul McCartney t-shirts, you're seeing Echo and the Bunnymen t-shirts, you're seeing all kinds of musical fandom, because that's what we do here at the world's largest music festival. And here with you until 8 o'clock, broadcasting live, going to bring you some stories of things that are also happening outside of Summerfest. If you're not coming this weekend, maybe you're coming next weekend or 4th of July weekend, there are other entertainment options this weekend, and a fun way to celebrate Paul McCartney's birthday coming up before 8 o'clock. But first, music brings people together. And I am so delighted to finally get to ask more about this story of Summerfest. I am friends with a family known as the Whitneys. Know them from my Marquette years. I know that I'm pretty much going to see them at least once a year at Summerfest, because this is your tradition. Wendy Whitney, welcome to What's on Tap. Tell me about this family tradition.
Hello, hello.
When did it start?
This started as a family when we became a family, but it started way before that. For college years, started coming down here, and let's just say in the 80s. We
Have you missed a year since the 80s?
When we lived in Colorado for a couple of years, yes, we did.
That's
miss,
it.
But even some of those years, I came home for Summerfest.
There you go.
Not many.
See, that's dedicated. So
yeah, almost 40 years. We've only missed maybe 2.
Wow. So you and your husband have a baby?
We did.
What's Calvin's birthday?
He will be 21 this fall.
What's the month?
November.
So when he was, 8 or 9 months old, you brought him to Summerfest?
His first Summerfest, he was about 8 months old, and I had sworn I would never be a person who pushed a stroller around Summerfest. Never say never, because 8 months old, we're pushing a stroller around Summerfest, but we made sure to get out before it got dark. That was my rule. We're getting out of here with this thing before dark. We don't need people tripping on the stroller.
Or kicking it around.
Exactly.
I love that you have this level of passion, dedication, and that this Summerfest means that much to you. What's your earliest memory of Summerfest?
Earliest memory was college year with my roommates coming down, and I believe we saw Bon Jovi.
Wow.
In bleachers, which is now U-Line, and we were facing water.
Yeah. You have to have seen some interesting evolutions of the Summerfest grounds.
Very
so
true.
What's your best memory from last year?
Oh boy. Last year, I would say, was Mr. Richard Marx with my sisters.
Great.
Yeah, they came to town. We saw Richard Marx, and he was very, very good.
He was foul-mouthed in between his stories, but he had many, many stories, and you forget how many great songs he created. I was glad. That was one of those, I've never seen Richard Marx ever, and Summerfest brought him to the U-Line stage. So I'm glad I saw that show. We didn't stand next to each other, but we could share that. So what's your best Summerfest memory ever?
Ever is probably third row boatings back when the amphitheater was Marcus Amphitheater.
Yeah.
Third row. I still have the confetti that fell on us that night. That was.
What is it? A little Ziploc baggie?
It is. It is with much of our other Summerfest souvenirs from. We have every single schedule since we've been coming. They are in a crate at home. If there's a fire, that crate is coming out the door with us.
Wow. I bet you still have Summerfest pins.
We do.
I miss that.
We have pins and T-shirts. We have a tradition where every year we buy Calvin the lineup T-shirt.
Smart.
We don't have enough drawers in the house anymore. Someday they'll become a quilt.
I was just saying the quilting is always a good option. Okay, so since you are pretty much a Summerfest expert, so you and your family, you come every single day together.
We try. Work schedules mess things up, but the goal is for everyone to try take vacation days during Summerfest best we can.
So what's your hack to anybody listening, a first-timer or maybe come just as often as you but maybe don't know how to make
very important things.
Okay.
One, bring a collapsible water bottle.
Okay.
Okay.
Hydration.
Hydration and free water. Bubblers here have delicious water. Okay. Two, if you're local, obviously, admission promotions saves you a lot of money, especially as a family. Cutting in for free is a good thing.
It is. And most of the freebies also do a good deed, whether it's a diaper drive or a food drive or blood drive.
Exactly.
All right, Wendy, before I let you go, tell me the top bands, like 3 or 4 top bands that you're looking forward to this Summerfest.
This year, for sure, Bodines again. Of course.
Their 40th anniversary on the 4th of July.
Amen. Amen. Who cares about America's 250 Bodines? Yes.
Well, you can combine them both.
Mr. Christopher Cross.
Sailing.
Yeah.
That's Saturday.
I am aging myself a lot.
Are you going to... It's all right. But there are going to be people who discover Christopher Cross for the first time.
Like my son.
I expect to see a lot of boat captain hats in the crowd there. Anybody... Who's a third band that you're really looking forward to?
Of course, Styx.
Styx. Yeah. Illinois rock. Illinois classic rock. That's going to be... And you never know when it's your last chance to see a legend, even though they come so often.
And they come and go, and they come and go.
And that's tomorrow night, BMO Pavilion. Headliners. Rock on. Well, we will see you there. Wendy Whitney, lifelong Summerfest fan, can't keep her away any year.
Thank you so much.
I love it. Thank you. I am Sandy Maxx, and we'll hear this annual family tradition from the perspective of the husband, Mark Whitney, next on What's on Tap.
Like having to choose between feeding them a warm meal or paying the utility bill. These are the choices many Milwaukee residents are faced with, which is why they turn to St. Vincent de Paul Society's meal program for help. Our meal program has been a consistent resource for those in need for over 42 years. Nutritious meals, warm showers, and clean clothes, all in a safe, family-friendly environment. Our mission is clear, and that's to help you break the cycle of poverty by connecting you with life-changing community and educational resources. Last year, we provided $2.2 million in goods and services, plus 57,000 warm meals. If you or anyone you know needs a warm evening meal, you can find us at Harambe Kitchen 5 nights a week on the northeast side of Milwaukee in the basement of All People's Church. And at Crossroads Kitchen on the south side of Milwaukee 6 nights a week on 9th and Madison. As always, we're grateful for community members and volunteers who help us help you. To learn more, visit svdpmilw.org.
Pizza made with pride. That's what you'll get here. With a sauce recipe over 60 years in existence that we're not changing for the world. And we just can't get ourselves to skimp. So we still use only the highest quality ingredients, like our house recipe Italian sausage and our original thin crust dough that's made fresh daily and never frozen. And of course, always 100% real mozzarella cheese. You can't beat that or a Marty's Pizza.
Marty's Pizza. Do you remember when times were good? Well, they're good again. It's as good today as it was in the past. It doesn't get any better than that. Remember Marty's Pizza.
Welcome back to Ask Hassleus.
I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, well, thanks.
The way you talk about employee-free, hassless showrooms, free next-day delivery, and prices that are way low. I mean, nobody does it better.
I don't know what to say.
Say that I can get a free box spring.
Okay. Now through Monday, at Hassleus, get a free box spring with the purchase of any Sealy Posturepedic or Beautyrest mattress.
I have that tattooed on my...
Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at hassleus.com.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
Live from Summerfest, you are hearing Tash Sultana. She is headlining the Miller Lite Oasis stage, 10:30 tonight. a reggae vibe. And I am Sandy Maxx, broadcasting live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio, bringing you the stories of Summerfest. Maybe you're a first time and you've never been before, or maybe you're someone who's grown up in the Milwaukee area and you look forward to Summerfest every year. Well, I found someone who's one of you. Mark Whitney is with me. I know him from my Marquette years and been friends with him and his wife Wendy, and now their son Calvin, who is also a Marquette student. But the thing about the Whitneys is I pretty much know I will see them at least once a year here at Summerfest. So Mark, tell us about your family. We just talked with Wendy, but I want to know your perspective on this family tradition where you take vacation days and try and get here every single day together.
Yeah, I think Wendy used to put it very succinctly back in the days when it was an 11-day run. She referred to it as the 11 days of the year worth living in southeast Wisconsin. and you started off at the top of the hour talking about the view, talking about the weather, talking about the people.
Yeah.
Yes. And on top of that, the music and the food. And Wendy talked about that you should never have to pay to come to Summerfest. There are so many great opportunities to get in by 3 or 4 o'clock, to get in for free and just experience this.
For example, one of those freebies was wearing your college T-shirt, which I know that was a struggle for the whole Marquette family to find a T-shirt or a cap to wear. But you're right. If you look for that, and Summerfest wants people to come and enjoy it here and wants to be part of the community.
Exactly, and that's what this is. I mean, and seeing, you recognize people who work here, the security folks, and it's not a full Summerfest for us until we see Pete Levy from the Milwaukee Journal chasing from one stage to another and comparing his reviews with our reviews of what we've seen. It's just, it's a community.
And what is your earliest memory of Summerfest?
My first trip, I actually grew up in Chicago, forgive me, but after my freshman year at Marquette in the summer of '84, had some friends that were up here and said, you got to come up to the Summerfest thing. I'm like, fine, okay. And saw Huey Lewis and the News playing on the main stage, which I know you were talking about was up at the North End at the time. And you could, again, there were free tickets available to sit in the back in the bleachers. And Sport was out that summer. It was one of the biggest albums in the country.
He was massive at that time.
Huey came multiple years here to Summerfest, played at the main stage. That was my first time. And then 2 years after that, which is now 40 years ago this summer, had a chance to work here at Rocky Rococo's, selling pizza for a summer, and that was my first entree into you get in for free. You work from 11:30 in the morning till about 6 at night, and then you're already on the ground. So now you're here from 6 to midnight for the rest of the evening.
Truly part of the Summerfest culture. So you've been inside it and worked.
Yeah,
that's fun.
And lived to talk about it. And now, and now the best part of all this is, to have a 20-year-old son who has grown up around here and adores music. And to come down, and when we drive down on a daily basis, it's, okay, Calvin, who are we seeing today? Because he's done the research, and he has followed these acts. And we saw Super Taste this afternoon. Super Taste is 3 guys from Brooklyn who play dance music, who are just trying to get their careers going. Saw them play 45 minutes at the Uline stage at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and it was wonderful. And we had never gone to see them, except we've got a son who said, these guys seem interesting, let's go and sit and watch them.
And you trust his opinion. Does he trust your opinion when you say, hey, Calvin, you need to see Styx?
Yeah, he will tolerate some of that. Pat Benatar was pretty good a couple of years ago. But he's the one who said a few years ago, there's a band doing a one-off show, not on tour, going to play here in Milwaukee. We should see them. They're called Bleachers. And he told us about Jack Antonoff and all the work that he had done as a producer. We would have never seen them. And now, we know who Jack is, and we know what he does with Taylor Swift and all this cool stuff. And, we're getting introduced to what's happening by our son.
Tell me about bringing Calvin as a little bitty baby in the stroller. Did you imagine that 21 years later you would still be bringing him?
Yeah, well, now he's pushing us in strollers and wheelchairs, but the funny thing is, we went from Wendy and I at that point being in what I refer to as the 6 p.m. to midnight crowd of coming down and seeing evening shows. As soon as he was born, we became the noon to 6 p.m. crowd. And I thought we'd be in that window for a good long time. And it wasn't very long before he was noting and saying, can we stay for this act? They start at 7:30 or so. And we're like, dude, you're like 7 years old. We're going to, okay, yeah, fine. And, Yeah, so it locked in pretty early
That musical
on.
DNA, it's
yeah,
in there.
Yeah, it's pretty much in there.
Well, I thank you for sharing this special story because it's one I've been wanting to tell for a while because it is just, I'm a huge music fan, so it's so cool to see music continue to bring a family together and keep this tradition going.
That's a pleasure.
Mark Whitney, and next we're going to talk to Mark and Wendy's son, Calvin, and get his perspective on this family tradition. Stay with us live from Summerfest. It's What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
Penny Mustard has the most unique recliner options in our solar system.
Don't you mean universe?
Not universe, solar system.
You mean...
Aliens may also provide articulating headrests, extra lumbar support, built-in ports, long-lasting motors, hundreds of fabric and leather options.
You really think that aliens exist?
And they sell recliners?
Of course. Area 51 isn't storing UFOs. It's a giant alien furniture store.
Come see why Penny Mustard's recliners are out of this world.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting WTMJ.com/contests.
That's WTMJ.com/contests.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here. Stop me if you've said this before. I can't raise my arms. I can't climb stairs. I can't even kneel down. Can't play with my kids, can't golf with my friends, or even get through a work day without exhausting joint pain. Well, how about we start celebrating what you can do? That's what patients at QC Kinetics are doing. They're not dealing with the pain, they're living their lives. QC Kinetics and its game-changing regenerative treatments done right at their office means no surgery, no missing work, and no long recovery. The inflammation calms down and the pain backs off. You and I both know life is great, and it's time to start living it again without that joint pain. Call QC Kinetics today. Here's the number, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. Schedule your free consultation. They'll even meet you on a Saturday. QC Kinetics, 414-667-5559. Call QC Kinetics today.
Hi, this is Julie Coombs and Cindy Storm Fisher with Storm Fisher Investment Group. Are you a retiring professional worried about the direction of our economy, about making your money last? Come see what we can do for you. Let us show you how we take care of you to help you have a great retirement. We are at 262-796-8400 or stormfisher.com. See you soon.
Securities offered through Osaic Wealth Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through Osaic Advisory Services LLC. Osaic Advisory. Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory are separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, and services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
You are hearing Third Eye Blind. Lots of people excited to see them on the Uline stage, headlining tonight, 10 o'clock. Here at Summerfest, I am Sandy Maxx, broadcasting live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio at the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone, overlooking the lagoon. So on that lakefront path, getting to see a lot of happy faces, people strolling, smiling, walking with something to sip on, and I am so delighted. I am bringing you a story from Summerfest that I've been wanting to tell for a while. I know a family that takes the week off of work to come to Summerfest every single year, and they come as a mother, father, and son. They are the Whitneys, and I know them from my Marquette years, so we chatted with Wendy and Mark, the parents. Now we get to hear from 21-year-old Calvin, Marquette student as well, correct?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on.
You're very welcome. I see you're wearing your Marquette T-shirt, not just because it was wear a college shirt and get in for free before 3 o'clock today, but you chose a bright pink Marquette shirt, so you are completely in step with all the Megan Maroney fans today.
Absolutely. I mean, whenever I wear this shirt out, I'm super noticeable, except for today. So
you fit right in. You just need some ribbons.
Exactly.
So, Calvin, tell me from your perspective, what is this tradition that you and your parents have for Summerfest?
I mean, it's incredible. I mean, this is the best part of the summer for all of us. So, I mean, I really enjoy it. This is the spark that got me into loving music, and I play the drums. I get to play the drums in the Marquette Pep Band. You know, I get to host a radio show on Marquette Radio. I mean, music is, just everything to me. So it's absolutely amazing that this is essentially where it started.
That's cool. What is your very first memory of Summerfest?
I mean, I do not remember getting pushed around in a stroller like my dad was saying. I'm not doubting that it happened. I do not remember that personally. My first big memory was not a specific moment, but sort of just a big the campaign of 2011 when everything said Let's Fest on it. That was their big media campaign that year. And I just remember driving down. They had that Summerfest shuttle that went down from Marquette down to the festival grounds, and their banners all over the place. And it was like the city was just coming alive for Summerfest, and that's really what I remember.
And you're talking about the sensation, which is interesting. It's not just, hey, seeing this one band. Like, that's that early formative memory. That's very happy. What's one of your very, very favorite memories at Summerfest?
I mean, there are always so many to choose from, but I'd have to say, yeah, my first time staying like all the way late at night to see a headliner was 10 years ago this year, and we saw the Bodines on the 30th anniversary of them as a band, and they played at BMO stage, and that was my first time staying the whole night, and I felt on top of the world.
And knowing how much the Bodines mean in Milwaukee and to your parents, like they are just such an essential part of the Milwaukee music culture.
100%.
And what is a hack that you have for people? Because you've now been coming as a young man all this time. Like, what's a tip that you could give to somebody who's coming here?
I mean, the thing that I echo to all of my friends, every time I get to talk to someone about Summerfest, in school or at work or something, I just say what my mom was saying. Like, there are ways to get into this festival for free, and you just have to look them up. And a lot of people overlook that. So as long as you look at the ways, the admission promotions that they have, and like you said, there are so many ways to do great things and get free tickets to go to Summerfest and just enjoy your time down by the lake. That is the number one thing that you can do.
Very good. From another music fan. And then before I let you go, Calvin, what are 3 bands that you're looking forward to particularly this year?
3 bands. I mean, I'm a big fan of electronic music, so I got to talk about Subtronics. A great booking for Summerfest this year. He's been really on the rise since COVID in the electronic music world, one of the biggest dubstep DJs around right now.
And it's interesting that you say that because, say it again.
Subtronics.
Subtronics, I would say right. Subtronics, when I talked to leadership at Summerfest, they said Subtronics is the band to watch.
For sure.
They're all excited about it.
I'm also super excited about Ammo and the Sniffers tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Australian punk band. It's going to be a great time.
Grammy nominated.
Absolutely.
One more.
And Borns next weekend. A lot of buzz down. When the lineup got announced at Marquette, a lot of people were talking about Borns, and I will definitely be there for that one.
Tell me about Borns.
Borns is this synth pop indie singer. His first ever festival that he headlined was here at Summerfest in 2018. A lot of people know his song Electric Love. And yeah, I mean, I've never seen him before, so I'm super excited for that.
I wish you a very happy Summerfest,
Thank
Calvin.
you.
Thank you so much for sharing your family's tradition with me. Calvin Whitney, go have a great Summerfest.
Thank you. You too, Sandy.
Thank you. I'll see you around. And stay with us. We have more to come on What's on Tap live from the lakefront at Summerfest. And right now, though, we do go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Here is Jessica Gatso.
Thanks, Sandy. A new sentencing date is set for the former Milwaukee County judge found guilty of obstructing federal immigration officers. Hannah Dugan will now learn her fate on July 8th. This comes just days after U.S. District Judge Lynn Edelman rejected the defense's motion to overturn the jury's guilty verdict, which delayed Dugan's original sentencing date. She faces a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison. The man accused of intentionally hitting his father with a car is now in custody. 23-year-old Lindsay Ward of Milwaukee faces 3 felony charges of attempted first-degree intentional homicide, hit and run causing great bodily harm, and reckless driving. Menominee Falls police arrested Ward on Wednesday after a 4-day manhunt. He's accused of fleeing the scene after an argument with his father led to him intentionally striking his dad with a car last Saturday. The father was taken to the hospital for life-threatening injuries. Ward is due back in court on July 15th. The legal fight between the Minocqua Brewing Company and the state is escalating. The brewery has filed a lawsuit against the Wisconsin Department of Revenue after agents seized roughly 1,200 cans of beer during an enforcement action last week. Owner Kirk Bangstad claims the state unfairly blocked the sale of beer that's brewed in Illinois and is seeking the immediate return of the product, valued at about $25,000. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. Not too bad out on the roads right now. Delays as expected on 94 eastbound, but really just past American Family Field, and those clear up once you're past 35th Street, and still a bit busy around the Summerfest grounds. And taking a look at your WTMJ 5-day forecast, tonight skies are partly cloudy, could see an isolated shower, a low of 56. Friday, mostly sunny skies and breezy, a high of 75. Saturday, still mostly sunshine, a high of 77. Sunday, mostly cloudy, could see some rain to the south, a high of 70. Monday, right back to mostly sunny, a high of 70. Right now in Madison, it's 69 degrees. In Green Bay, also 69. In Waukesha, it's 70. And in Milwaukee, it's 69 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:33.
He told us to load 4 yards into his 8-foot bed, but we knew that 3 full, honestly measured yards were going to fill his truck bed to the rim. After we proved that, he told us the other guys have been telling him he's been getting 4 yards in there for years. Honest measurements and honest folks who just want to do you right. So you come back. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. We did the math. When you buy bagged mulch from the big guys, you pay $50 a yard. Why pay more for inferior mulch? When you buy from Erickson's, you'll get premium mulch for almost half the cost. And you'll see that even our economy mulch is better, for less than half the cost of bag mulch. And either choice is made with premium colorant that lasts longer. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
Epic parties start at Staples. Now you can grab Party City balloons, decorations, and tableware, plus matching custom invites, banners, and more right at Staples. That was easy.
There's an amazing supper club in Wisconsin Dells, Ish Nala, nestled among the pines and perched above the sandstone bluffs of Mirror Lake. The beauty, the history, the service, the food, the fun. Hi. This is Bob Prosser, owner of Ishnala Supper Club in Wisconsin Dells. I've been a part of Ishnala since 1973, and I am so proud to continue the tradition that began in 1953. Why not enjoy a brandy old-fashioned in one of our bars, each with a spectacular view overlooking Mirror Lake, or just relax before or after dinner on one of our outdoor decks. Our Ishnala chefs have prepared your favorites: 24-ounce ribeye, cold water lobster tails, North Atlantic salmon, and of course, Ishnala's roast duck. Thank you for making Ishnala Wisconsin's favorite supper club, where the only thing we overlook is Mirror Lake. I'm Bob Prosser, and I want to serve you.
No matter what your summer sounds like, Summerfest is the place to be.
Congratulations!
And WTMJ is right in the middle of it. Come say hi as we broadcast live from the Summerfest grounds all festival long. From the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin Mobile Studio, we're bringing Milwaukee's biggest summer tradition straight to you. Your soundtrack to summer, heard here on WTMJ. Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
That is the sound of Honey, Hunny, on the Miller Lite Oasis stage at 8:30. You still have time to get here if you're thinking, man, it is beautiful out and it's the first night of Summerfest. I want to come out and play. This is a great space to be here. I am Sandy Maxx, broadcasting live in the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin Mobile Studio. Just absolutely lovely evening to kick off Summerfest. And whether you like art, whether you like shopping, whether you like sipping, whether you like dining, and whether you just like to hear the different sounds on 12 different stages, this is the place to be. Now, if you're not coming to Summerfest this weekend, coming next weekend or 4th of July weekend, we have so many other interesting events to enjoy around Wisconsin this weekend. And we got to visit Eric Bilstad and Vince Vitrano this morning for a preview of this weekend that we call The Weekend Trend, and it sounded a little bit like this.
Tons of stuff to talk about, Sandy. Can we just address Summerfest quickly first, obviously, which opens in 2 hours and 15 minutes.
First and foremost, Summerfest, the first of 3 weekends. Lots and lots of fun. Big Bang fireworks tonight at 9:30. That's something to look forward to. But of the 600 bands, I won't sit here and rattle them all off and all the great reasons to go. Go to the Summerfest.com website. Free music is also happening. The Summer Solstice Music Festival. You will find that in Oak Creek at Drexeltown Square. I started it last year and they said, hey, let's bring it back. And let's do it for 3 days. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Drexeltown Square is where you can enjoy their beer garden and also
a lot of room for you. They have that public square area where they put on all sorts of events.
A nice space, yeah, cool. Right there by the library. It's a good open space to have fun there at Drexeltown Square. It's a wheelie fun weekend, guys.
What's that mean?
If you like two wheels, there's fun stuff to do. And if you like speed, there's fun stuff to do. The Tour of America's Dairyland, this is that elite bicycling, and it happens after it kicks off in Drexeltown Square at the Clock Tower. It's going to be making stops all around Wisconsin, Racine, Kenosha, Suamico. This is called Elite Criterium Bicycle Racing. So it's a closed street circuit, usually about a mile course. And what's great about that is it's very easy for spectators to get around and cheer. And if you go to America's Dairyland website, it says, we like to say it's a bike race surrounded by a block party, Wisconsin style.
I think that's accurate.
Yeah. And also on two wheels, a little more casual pace. It's the 42nd annual Fat Tire Tour of Milwaukee, starting Saturday at Best Place at Pabst Brewery. It's about a 6 or 7 hour bike ride because it stops at 4 or 5 different breweries, about 15 to 20 miles. And the route changes each year, which adds a lot of fun. And you don't know what the route is until Saturday morning. And they always have a theme. And this year's theme is Milwaukeeana Jones.
Oh, all right.
I see you working there. All right. I can get in on that.
So you've got costumes. There will probably be snakes, games.
Snakes? Why did it have to be snakes?
And if you miss this one, plan for Green Bay, August 15th. They will do a Fat Tire Tour. I do not know if they will probably not do Milwaukeeana Jones. They'll probably do a different theme to tie into Green Bay. You love your motorcycles. Harley-Davidson Museum Saturday, the Wild Ones Vintage Motorcycle Rally. This is where you're going to see your flathead, knucklehead, panhead, shovelhead, all these engines and these vintage motorcycles, antiques, and it's going to honor the 90th anniversary of the Knucklehead engine. But you've got live music, raffles, food, family-friendly games, and the great part about this, it is a fundraiser for Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Cool.
Harley-Davidson Museum on Saturday. And then if you got the need for speed, then get to Road America all weekend long through Sunday. Expel Grand Prix presented by AMR. This is really one of Wisconsin's biggest motorsports weekend. And I got to tell you, of all the vanity license plates I see a lot of Brewers, I see a lot of Bucks, I see a lot of Road America license plates as I'm driving around.
A lot of fans, but also it's cool looking because it's the black plate
it is
with
a
the
cool
white letters,
plate.
right? Yeah,
and it just has the racetrack around it.
Yep.
Yeah, very cool. Father's Day is this weekend. If you have the opportunity to spend time with your dad, do so. I have a hole in my heart still. Miss my dad-o. So do something fun. You've got free admission at the Milwaukee County Zoo, Milwaukee Public Museum. Old World Wisconsin has free Father's Day activities. Dad's sling free in Wisconsin at the Slingshot Bar.
Oh, fantastic.
That's a non-traditional way to celebrate with Dad. And we do have more cultural events. Of course, Juneteenth Day. It is the 55th annual celebration, one of the longest standing ones, maybe the oldest celebration of Juneteenth Day in the country here in Milwaukee, and includes the Jubilee Parade on MLK Drive. That is Friday, honoring the end of slavery and marking a big moment in Black history and our country's history. Then you've also got our cultural. How about Scandinavian? Have you been to the Midsummer Celebration at Old World, Wisconsin in Eagle yet?
Ooh. Sounds like that's up your... Well, I mean, Norwegian, are you considered Scandinavian?
Yes.
The greater Scandinavia?
I'm offended that you're asking.
I don't know who's all in there. I don't know if you're like, well, we're not Scandinavian.
No.
Norway, Sweden, Finland, Iceland, and Denmark. You're all welcome to revisit your Scandinavian
Our flags
midsummer
look all
traditions.
Alike. We're all that same...
Your quadrants.
You guys are all over there, right?
Well,
keep rowing.
The mirthful magic includes maypole dancing and hands-on crafts like flower drying and wool dyeing.
Okay.
And then for you historians, World War II days and battles, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Menominee Falls at Old Falls Village Park, which I love. They're going to have 1940s swing band music and all those historical reenactments. The battles will be at 2 o'clock Saturday and Sunday. World War II days and battles, Menominee Falls, Old Falls Village Park.
See you at Summerfest, Sandy.
You know it. And ready to help you make the most of your Summerfest with tips for this weekend and the rest of the big gig. Next on What's on Tap.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
Are you the Weston from Hasselus Mattress?
That's me.
I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, Well, thanks.
The way you talk about employee-free, hassleless showrooms, free next-day delivery, and prices that are way low. I mean, nobody does it better.
I don't know what to say.
Say that I can get a free box spring with the purchase of any Sealy Posturepedic or Beauty Rest mattress.
Okay. Now through Monday, at Hassellus, get a free box spring with the purchase of any Sealy Posturepedic or Beauty Rest mattress.
Awesome.
You know what's really awesome? You can get a Beauty Sleep by Beauty Rest Queen Elm Cove A mattress. Others sell it for $1,459, but Hassellus has it for just $794.
I know. I have that tattooed on my...
Wow, you really are a fan.
Told ya.
Save big and get a free box spring through Monday at Hassellus Mattress. Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at hassellus.com.
Recently, a seller that unfortunately ended up choosing another agent called me. She said she made a mistake, and what she was expressing to me sounded like she kind of was bullied into signing with him. Is it typical? Not always, but it will never happen when you hire a Century 21 Benefit Realty agent. I want our agents to be able to look in the mirror and say, I'd want to work with me. Not because they're good at saying what you want to hear or offer the lowest commission, but because of trust. Because if you're not feeling that from your agent, that's a problem. And I don't want that. At 1.9% on the listing side of your sale with our commission capped at $19,000, Century 21 Benefit Realty leads with a very fair and transparent commission structure with maximum marketing that can get your home sold fast and for the best price. And saving money matters, but working with someone who'll tell you exactly what you need to know up front, that creates trust. And that matters too. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
Yeah, you get R&B here at Summerfest. Charlie Wilson headlining the BMO Pavilion tonight. And I am so glad to be here and get you up to date. Maybe there's some bands you didn't realize are here. Maybe there's some things that are happening at Summerfest that you want to get in on. I am Sandy Maxx, broadcasting live in the Summerfest in the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio, and you are listening to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. And this is a truly beautiful night just to stroll, enjoy, to do some people watching. And you're probably going to see some fellow Brewers fans here. You're probably going to see a lot of Megan Maroney fans dressed in pink with the pink. Yes, I just got the wave. I got that. People are happy. It's a really good vibe here. White cowboy boots and lots of pink. It's just a really... See, there's even more. I should make my own game out of every time I see somebody in a pink shirt with the Megan Maroney. So it is just a very good vibe here. At Big Bang Fireworks are at 9:30 tonight. You still have time to get here for that. Other headliners, you just heard Charlie Wilson, some sounds of his. Pop with Holly Humberstone on the Briggs & Stratton stage. Echo and the Bunnymen is the show I'm waiting for at 10 o'clock on the Generac stage. Tash Sultana with Reggae on the Miller Lite Oasis stage. Passion Pit on the T-Mobile stage, which used to be the U.S. Cellular Connection stage. Same spot there for Passion Pit tonight at 10:15. And Third Eye Blind at 10 o'clock, headlining the U-Line stage. Those are the bands tonight that you can enjoy on the headlining stages. And then Friday, my band that I really want to see, a guy named Aldo Nova, a Canadian rocker who had one song in 1982 that was just great, called Fantasy. Yeah. that Waylon melodic guitar, to see that live, I'm excited. That is tomorrow night on the BMO Pavilion stage at 7:15, and he's warming up for Styx, headlining the BMO Pavilion stage tomorrow night. So if you like classic rock, that is the place to be. If you like harder rock, tomorrow night, you've maybe heard it a couple times on What's on Tap today, an Australian band, pretty much punk rock, called Amyl and the Sniffers. They were a Grammy nominee this year. They are going to truly rock the Miller Lite Oasis stage tomorrow night on the first Friday. You can also get some more R&B tomorrow night with Tyrese headlining on the T-Mobile Connection stage. Also, Father John Misty is headlining tomorrow night on the Generac stage. There are a lot of bands. Summerfest.com is the website to go to, and there's also the Summerfest app. They make it easy for you to browse, so you can just see how many different bands are going to be here. And on the headlining stage tomorrow night, hip-hop, Don Toliver. And there are 6 openers for the headlining band Don Toliver on the American Family Insurance Amphitheater stage tomorrow night. So that starts at 6:30. There is a lot to love. And also something to tell you that just was announced today here at Summerfest. Tomorrow at noon, the sneakers, the Milwaukee sneakers that were a collab with Shake James and Alexander John and Adidas. There's a pop-up tomorrow. Visit Milwaukee and Click's pop-up at noon right outside the amphitheater forecourt. And there are free admission specials between noon and 3 tomorrow if you're like, hey, I can get there. But these What the Milwaukee shoes, which are really colorful, they're Forum shoes and Viewfinder Samba shoes. There is going to be a pop-up. So if you're a sneaker freak who's been browsing eBay to see if you can get a pair or trying to find them on the second market, this is the place to come tomorrow. While supplies last, the Summerfest pop-up shop for the What the Milwaukee Forum and the Viewfinder Samba Adidas collab. And the other cool thing about these specially designed shoes that are designed, they have the Viewfinder has the map of Milwaukee on it, and the What the Milwaukee has all these different colors. They're different colored shoes, and they have all these different notes and moments and symbols of Milwaukee. They both have a fob. It's wearable technology, so you get these shoes, you have a free admission to Summerfest. So that was just announced today. Keep up on the Summerfest app. That is probably the best way to get the latest information, because I'm on it and I get push notifications too that says, hey, did you realize this is happening? Or maybe there'll be a happy hour special. So that is all a lot of fun, and I'm glad to help you make the most of your fest. Sir Paul McCartney celebrates his 84th birthday today. I got the chance to talk with a man who played drums with Sir Paul last month on Saturday Night Live. Red Hot Chili Peppers drummer Chad Smith shares the story of what it was like playing with the former Beatle. That's next on What's on Tap.
Are you hosting an event, launching something new, wanting to get the word out about your part of the state? Be a featured guest on the WTMJ Experience Wisconsin show. Share your story, promote your event or business, and connect with fans all across the state. I'm John Merkier. I'd love to interview you. We reach listeners from Milwaukee to Madison, Green Bay to La Crosse, everywhere in between. It's Experience Wisconsin. Ready to shine a spotlight on your business or company? Email me, john@WTMJ.com for more information. john@WTMJ.com.
Hey, this is WTMJ Steve Scrivini. Sound familiar? I can't raise my arms. I can't climb stairs. I can't kneel down, which means I can't play with the kids, golf with the guys, or get through a workday without exhausting pain. I'm here to celebrate what you can do, and that's exactly what QC Kinetics patients are doing, not bracing for their next jolt of pain. It's gone. They've moved on. Back to living your lives. You've heard me talk about Dr. Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have been through their game-changing regenerative treatments done right in the office, no missing work, no surgery, no long recovery. The inflammation calms down, the pain backs off, and we love hearing from you. How we here at WTMJ helped you dig out from under that long list of can'ts and get back to living your best life. So go find out what you can do. It's a good life out there, folks. Go live it to the fullest. Let's get rid of that pain starting now. The consultation is totally free. To see if you're a good candidate, weekend appointments available. 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. Don't wait. Call QC Kinetics now.
Talk about value. When it comes to casual dining, I can't think of a better value out there. If you're looking for a way to stretch your family's dining budget, come to Marty's Pizza, where feeding your family won't cost you an arm or a leg. You know, we're reasonably priced, and that's how it's going to stay. That's why we've been around so long. We offer a quality product at the right price. Italian dinners, subs, sandwiches, salads, and of course, 100% real mozzarella cheese pizza. Find us easily online at martyspizza.net.
Marty's Pizza.
Do you remember when times were good? Well, they're good again. It's as good today as it was in the past. It doesn't get any better than that.
Remember Marty's Pizza.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here. You know, it's been more than 3 years since we got our garage door from J.D. Griffiths, and it still looks brand new. I'm telling you, it's quiet, it's smooth, and honestly, I didn't realize how much of a difference a quality door would make until we upgraded. J.D. Griffiths, they've been doing it for decades. They're local, trusted, and they handle everything. Try the website, jdgriffiths.com/WTMJ. Schedule your free consultation from J.D. Griffiths.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
Happy birthday, Sir Paul McCartney. He is 84 today, and Paul McCartney's birthday, a great reason to crank some Beatles tunes or some Wings songs, and it's also the perfect excuse to revisit Chad Smith's wild story about getting the emergency call to play drums for Sir Paul McCartney on Saturday Night Live a couple of weeks ago, and then finding out that Will Ferrell, the guy that Chad Smith looks like, was hosting. You know, sometimes that universe kind of lines up in the right way. I got the chance to talk with Chad Smith of the Red Hot Chili Peppers about his Chad Smith Foundation. It's a foundation he is launching right here in Milwaukee for free after-school music programs, working with the Boys and Girls Club, running Rebels and other organizations, and he has already started making an impact. So when I got the chance to talk with Chad Smith, not just about his foundation, but come on, I had to ask him about his Saturday Night Live experience with Paul McCartney. This is what he said.
And then the Paul McCartney thing, that's a bucket list that you don't even think the bucket is like there. And again, Andrew, who produced Paul's record, it came out and went #1, rave reviews, incredible. I'm so happy for him and obviously for Paul. And he texted me, "It's an emergency, but a good one." I'm like, okay, that's pretty cryptic, but it was Paul McCartney needs you to play with him on Saturday Night Live. His drummer isn't able to make it. And I was like, okay, I think I can do that. Let me check my schedule. Yes.
Yeah.
So Paul McCartney calls me the next. I know him a little bit. We've met, but like we're not like friends. You know, we're not. But we know each other mostly through Andrew. And he calls me, and he couldn't have been nicer. "Thank you for doing this, and you're saving the day." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And he's like, "Well, just come on Tuesday because we have to have a jam with the lads, you know, and we'll play Band on the Run and a couple other songs." And I'm like, okay, so I got to learn all these Beatles and Wings songs, which you know all the songs, but I don't listen to them like, what's the kick drum pattern or what, you know, and so I'm learning, trying to learn them all. And anyway, we played like 15 Beatles and Wings songs on Tuesday, the week of Saturday Night Live. And then he goes, "Oh, by the way, Will Ferrell's the host." And I'm like, oh my God, here it comes. I know it. Sure enough, Will texted me, "Hey, I got an idea."
The universe completely aligned. That is magic.
Insane. It was insane. I had to go out and be the host. I had to be like, "Hey, I don't do that." But, you know, you put a wig on and you wear the same clothes, and Paul was in on the gag. It was fun. It was, that was pretty surreal. I have to say it was a surreal week, but, you know, I'm just so fortunate to be able to play with my heroes, and it's wild. It's wild.
It really was fun to talk with Chad Smith about that experience and also about the good that he's doing with the Chad Smith Foundation. So I thought on Paul McCartney's birthday, you'd enjoy hearing that. And if you want to see the whole Zoom conversation with Chad Smith, if you just text the word Chad, C-H-A-D, text Chad to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and text line Chad to 855-616-1620, and we'll send you the link so you can see and hear more of that conversation, including Chad Smith talking about recording for the Rolling Stones. So he's moving and shaking. I am Sandy Maxx. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here as we broadcast live from Summerfest. Check out the Summerfest section of WTMJ.com for more updates and to make the most of your Summerfest. Thank you so much for listening to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee.
Discover your new favorite city, Milwaukee. Catch a sunrise over Lake Michigan. Sip your way through craft breweries. And dive into a dining scene that's turning heads. From museums and music to thrilling sports teams and buzzing nightlife, Milwaukee delivers all